This conference will now be recorded.
Cool. Let's see where we are. Okay, so we have seen how to create a tables in terms of entity, how to create a fields. So we by selecting different data types. Now, whatever we have created the fields, how we are going to present in front of end user to make sure that he will be comfortable for that application. Okay, to do his daily activities. Let's see how to do that. So for that one, we will be discussing about forms topic. Okay, so far from here to till I would say here, these topics are like by looking at front end, and you will be changing some here and there the configurations, and you will be working with plug and play kind of thing. When I say plug and play, it is like already available by the Microsoft, and which you don't need to create or update anything with your own. There is already available functionality which we are going to discuss. Okay, so we are just using that functionality and trying to make things in align for the requirement. Okay, right. Now let me, it will take some time to open first time, right? Okay, let it be open. Okay, so far can I see the numbers that how many people have gone through the topics which I shared the document? I just want number, how many pages that you guys have gone through that. Okay, let me go through this. Okay, so it's opening. Right. Now I'll go to the settings. Let's open our app. Now you see where the forms will be impacted and how it looks like. Now you see here, when forms will be used for to show the individual record. It's not like multiple records. A form will be representing a set of fields, and which will be only one record. Okay, so if I see this one, this front end we call it as a form layout. Okay, now you see here, earlier we do have a footers. Now with the latest update, they removed the footers, so we do have only headers right now. Okay, so if I open any kind of Word document, you see, like I'm just make sure that you will be comfortable that everyone has seen the Word document. Now this Word document, you will be having a header and you will be having a footers, right? Now in our environment, they have removed these footers basically. I don't know what is the background functionality for that, but right now footers is not available. Now you have the headers, and you can see something called, you can arrange some icons, whatever the things which you would like. Let's say, let's put some date. Okay, now this will be applied for all the pages, so wherever the pages is available. And same thing, if you want to do some kind of anything information, let's say do something, and put some kind of things here, insert some table. So you see the something which is available, you can insert, drag, and do whatever you want. So however you are seeing these icons here, similar way we do have a functionality like a form editor concept. Okay, let's, you see here, we are just arranging in a predefined way that okay, this column should be available here. And now you see, so we are having a one more you can say like one more slide, you can say, or one more sheet kind of thing. But in CRM terminology, this we call it as a tab. You see here, summary tab, details tab, scheduling tab, files tab. This we call it as a related or associated window or associated navigation pane. Now you see when I click on activities, so the list of records will be available. This we call it as a associated window. Okay. So in the form layout, wherever you see in this tab, so I want to change something. Okay. In this tab, I want to add something, and you will be having a related section. I can see two things is available here, which I'm getting confused, and I want to remove one. I want to keep only one. And there is something called ongoing conversation, which is a deprecated. Why do I want to see the deprecated functionality? No, we'll just remove this. Let's add one more thing, which I can say something else. Okay. Now these kind of form layout functionalities we will be handling with the forms customizations. Now let's go to solutions. So before we are going to this one, let's understand things what are available in the form customizations. Forms. So form types. You will be having couple of types are there. Let's list down those forms basically. One is main form. Second one is quick create form. Third one is, come on, quick view form. And third one would be chord form. Okay. So most frequently, whatever the things that we are going to use is these three only. So whenever you are working with, let's say, a specific requirement, okay, then you will come to here. We will see what is this and how to use this one a little bit later. But let's understand what is the main form, what is the quick create form, what is the quick view form, and where it will be used. Okay, let's go one by one. Now I'll open our solution. Come on, yeah. I don't want any blockers. Right. Okay. Mm, right. Now, forms is a subcomponent of the entity. Okay. So if I go here, you see there is a forms concept is available. Right. Now, how to create a form? There are two ways to create a form. Just a second. Sorry. So let's open the form. This is the internet speed. It seems to be so slow. Right. Now you see there are different forms are available because it is a contact form, which is a business entity. Now you see you'll be getting a little bit confused. Now I don't want to use these things. Let's go to our custom entity. Now you see, whenever an entity created, you will be having a 3 forms in the list. Okay, one is card form, another one is main form, and third one is quick view form. Right? Let's open the main form. Now this window we call it as a form editor. Okay, so whatever you are seeing in the front end, you will be changing the things and aligning accordingly based on requirement. Now in our already available form, like how many tabs are there and how much things are there, let's discuss one by one. Now you see there is a concept footer is available, but in the system right now with the latest update, this is not working, which is not available at all. Okay, right. Now what are the things are available in this form editor? Let's understand now. You know, save means like when you click on this one, whatever you have updated, that will be there. Similar way, to close the window, you can click on save and close. Publish is something called you are just updating the system with the latest changes. I'll come back to the save as. Okay, change property. Whenever you want to change something on the respective field or respective component, you just click on this and update the properties. Okay, and if you want to remove something here, and you can click the remove. Remaining things I'll come back here. Okay, so what is the save as basically? Now if I want to create any form by using the existing form, then you can use this one. Right now you have information form. Let's click on save as. Second form. Okay, now you see we have created a new form. Let's save and close. You see here you have created one more form from the existing form. The best practices for in the real-time scenario, just copy the main form and create a new form. Start working on this form. That is the best practices which we follow. This will avoid the deployment issues like updating or changing the customizations. Okay, so we have seen how to create a new form from the existing form. There is another way. You can click on the new, you can select the respective form type, and you can start filling the fields. Okay, it's just like how you edit the uh, document and the like Word document. Similar way you can use this functionality. Okay, now what is the layout concept? Now you see this entire section we consider as a entire form layout. Header. Okay, if I go to the front end side, you see there is only one field is available. Now if I go to report documents entity, let's open one of the thing. So far we do not have any kind of header area components, right? You see there is no fields, and if I go to this one, we do not have any kind of header components. Now I'll click on header, I'll add something. Okay, you see I'm just dragging and dropping. Two fields I have added. Okay, so this is how you will be enabling the header concept, and you will be adding a components up to how many? Let's see. So you can add multiple things. It's not like you limited for something, but this should be aligned for some kind of structure. Okay, like we cannot add everything in the header. We will add only 2 to 4 fields to represent our main things. Okay, now I have added one extra field. How to remove that? Just click on this, remove. Okay, that is how you will be removing the fields from the form, right? Okay, so this is about header. Okay, and you see here when I select the header, let's suppose if I want to add the name which is already available one. Okay, so I can see that name also here. I can drag and drop the name, which mean that in the form I can put same field twice or like a duplicate times. So I can put here and I can put here. Okay, so that's how I can already available fields also I can use in the header. There is no restriction for that. Okay, so let's save this one. Right, now another section. So let's say navigation. Here you see there is a navigation is available, and when I click on this one, this section is enabled. Okay, because this is a child entity for another parent entity. That's why you do not have any kind of uh, much components here. So you have seen already contact how things are there, and we will edit that one a little bit later. Now you see in this side you'll be having a background process and audit history. For now I don't want to see a background process here. I'll just remove that. Let's select that and remove it. You see, I have removed and it is available in this section. For example, if I want to add this one, let's click on this and it will be available. Okay, so adding and removing concept will be like this in the navigation, sorry, related navigation pane. Okay, that you can select here and you can edit here. Okay, anyway, we do not have a footer here, and so we don't need to discuss about that. Coming to main thing, which is a body. The entire stuff of the form will be available in the body section only. Okay, you see here in this document you have the headers and you have the footers, right? And the body section, whatever the content you are going to add, that is the main thing, right? The similar way, so I'll just remove this. Whatever you want to structure the form in such a way that client requirement will be fulfilled, so you have to arrange the form accordingly. Select the body and let's see what are the things are available and how this body is divided into different chunks. Right now body will be divided into tabs. Okay, and tabs will be divided into sections. Sections contains the fields. Okay, so this is how your body section will be divided into different like sub areas, you can say. Okay, now let's go to form, and we are at one tab only right now. You see header, footer is there but it is not visible, forget about that. And you have this one tab. Now I want to add one more tab. You see here in the insert column, sorry, insert tab in the above section, you'll be having 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 buttons is available to show a different layout of the tab. Okay, what does that mean actually? Now you see this is the header tab which contain 3 columns layout, and if I go here you see this uh, general tab which contains only one column tab. Okay, let's add how the 2 columns tab will be there. I'm going to add one more tab and let's change it to demo tab. I'll come back to the properties little bit later. Now let's understand how to add the tabs basically. Now you see there are 2 tabs are available. One is general and one is demo tab. And general tab will contain only one column layout, which is nothing but this one. Now demo tab contains a 2 column layout, which is this one. And if you want to utilize, let's say, two columns also, left side so much space and right side less space, left side small space and right side much higher than the left side, and third like three column layout also there is equal, and center one is higher, and like left side and right side one is less one. That's how, these are all the things. It's like a look and feel and concept actually. Now how you want to show this data is all up to like how you will design the form. That's it. Okay, now I want to add a couple of fields here as well. You see here I'm just dragging the fields in the sections, not in the tab. A tab will contain the sections. You see here I'm going to click on section. Let's edit the section name, demo section. Okay, let's click on show label on this section. Now you see this also a section is there which having a show label is unchecked, right? Now I'll add some fields also here. Okay, let's save. Let's publish this one. How it looks like, let's see. So some more things we will discuss one by one. Right. So let's see how it looks like with the new form and the new things is there. We have only, okay, let me go and publish all customizations. Uh, till that time, any questions so far? Come on. So we were expecting two forms here, but it is not having. Let's see. Come on, Jude. Come on, Jude. That's why I'll not prefer to go for publish all customizations. It will kill the time. Right. Right. Now you see you have two main forms. That's why you have a selection concept here. Which form you want to see this one? Okay, so which means that in the entity level, we have a flexibility to change the form layout as well. So you can create a multiple forms and accordingly you can select that specific form. Okay. So right now you see in the second form, we have already added like we didn't change this general tab and we have added one more tab here. And in the tab also, we have added section name should be enabled for one tab, oh sorry, one section, and section name should not be enabled for one section. So likewise, so you see the same functionality when you enable and disable. This is how the layout looks like, and you can see something alignment also with the border as well. Coming to related thing, so we have removed that background process concept, you see, and that's why it is not available in the other form, right? So if you want to remove the audit history also, you can remove. And if you want to change the, let's say in the form level, and let's click on this. And if you want to change something, let's say properties. So this is the audit history is there, right? So display name is audit history. I just want to put it like logs, right? And save, publish. So the whatever the name which we would like to put here, so that one also you can have a functionality to do that one. Right. Now you see audit history, why it was there logs, and now let's see. Okay, I don't know, maybe something has overridden. Okay, maybe it is not updated. Generally it should update. Something is getting updated, seems. It's okay. So this is how you can divide your body section into different tabs. Okay, and the tab also you can divide into different sections, and that sections also you can have a specific list of fields. For example, if I go to patient entity, what we have done, so at the initial days, I have changed the name of the section into commercial, and now I can divide what are the fields is belonging to commercial concept. For example, you can see a report amount and a discharge amount and how many hours he has spent in this one, who is the doctor, everything is going to be like money factors. For this one, I can like add a couple of fields, whatever required here. Okay, so that is how you can divide your stuff. Now you see account name. So you don't want to put in the, let's say, contact details, and you can change this one into another area, something like address or anything. Okay. So this is how you can arrange your form layout based on the real-time requirement. Don't worry, this arrangement also will be given by the BA, and if she doesn't know, like if she didn't give or if he didn't give, just arrange based on your understanding. So for example, general tab, what are the details available in the general tab? Okay, let's add those fields, and let's add whatever the things that you would like, then give it as a customer. Then he will provide the feedback, boss, we don't want this field here, let's remove this let's say base field and exchange rate, which I don't want. Let's remove them. I don't want them. That's it. And I don't want currency as well. Let's remove that. Okay, I don't want these two things. I want arrange this section into uh, two columns layout. How to do that? Click on section, change properties. We have seen just changing the names, right? Like enabling the name and these things. Go to formatting. You see there is a one column. Now I want to put two columns. Done. See, now whatever the things are available in the one column, now I can arrange it to two columns. So report type and something here. You see I how I simply arranging this one, whatever the fields is available. I'm not talking the specific fields, and I'm just adding a changing these things. Now suppose if I want to change this, let's save this. So far you are arranging the section into one column, two columns. Now already available section also we can arrange it. Now I want to change this tab into two columns or three columns layout. Let's select this tab. Okay, change property. Remember we are changing now the tab, not the section. Formatting. You see only one column. I want to keep it to three columns. Now you see the layout percentage of occupancy also you can arrange it here. Okay, now this is how your three columns layout looks like. Okay, let's arrange into this section. Right now in the center also I'll just add this one here. Now you see it looks a little bit clumsy. I don't want this section into two columns. I want to one column. Change properties, formatting, one column. You see, this is like depends on your front end look and feel like experience. You can arrange that section into different. You can drag the section into wherever you want. Okay, you can add whatever the section which you would like. You see here all these things. Okay, so right now we are at only sections, tabs, fields adding. We are not going in detail for that one. We will see tomorrow with the proper like how these extra components can be used. Okay, right now just understand how to arrange the form layout, and then we'll see little bit extra things. For example, subgrid. So this is related to a views concept. We will talk about that. Okay. Right now, if I want to add one more section, let's say three column section. So I can click on this. I can see there is a three column layout is added. Okay. Now let's enable one section with label. Let's see. And I am not adding any components here. And let's see how it looks like in the front end side. Save, publish. Here, nothing is there as a rocket science, like whatever you want to arrange, just drag and drop and use these buttons. That's it. Let's see how it looks like. Now you see the sections we have arranged without columns is not going to be available for you. Okay, if you see in the second tab, there is no name but which have a columns, sorry, which have a fields. There is a column name and sorry, there is a section name and which have a fields. There is no section name which have a fields. Two are displaying, but when it comes to here, we have a section name enabled and section name not enabled for two sections, but those section doesn't have a fields. That kind of sections will not be visible until you add the component. those will be empty sections which is not going to display for you. Okay, that is the like a form adjustment will be done inbuilt concept. Okay, now let's see what we have left. Now if I go to tab property, what else is there? Let's see the properties. Now what does it mean actually? So expand and collapse, these things will be there in the like web refresh area. Right now it is not there, it is like a focus. Now whenever I open the form, you see there is a, this is opened. In the technical terminology, this we call it as a expand. Okay, so right now this concept is not there, and you cannot use this functionality. Okay, visible by default. Okay, for example, if you want to hide that one by default, okay, you can uncheck this one. This is to specific phone layout concept, just forget about that. Coming to form alignment with the layout, you want to add like you want to change it to one section, one column, two columns, three columns, and custom area as well. Okay, this is how form tabs will be arranged in a proper order. Events, will talk about this one, it is related to JavaScript functionality. Okay, we'll come back again for this little bit later. Right, that's about tab properties. Coming to section properties. Now you see, you can enable this one, you can enable the line under the name, and like length actually. So basically nowadays this is not working as expected, that the things will be arranged with default inbuilt of the we call it as a what do we call, responsive. For example, you see here we have added equal this one. Now if I'm increasing the zoom, you see, now this section has gone to below. This concept we call it as a responsive functionality. Now whenever you increase the zoom, okay, the window of the zoom of the window, so that will be like adjusting itself. That functionality we call it as a responsive functionality. That like earlier we used to have like increasing the width, all these things. Right now it is not available, it's not working properly. Maybe this is deprecated. Visible by default, let's enable this. General tab, I'm going to general section, I'm going to like make it invisible, and let's say log the section. So this means I'll add this section, update, log the section. You see here it is a locked functionality. When I'm trying to remove this one, you see you cannot remove this section because it is locked. If someone is going to try to change this layout, so which means that you are emphasizing there is a background functionality on this one, so don't change this one on the form. That is the expectation. Okay, and coming to, let's see what else things is there. And we do not have any events on the section, just have a formatting. Now you see there are two things. One is select a field label alignment. Now what you are seeing here is left side you have the names of the columns, and right side you have the data, and whatever the label alignment, you see if it is available it will be normal, and if it is there it's like from right side to left side, and if it is a center, the label concept. And select the field label position. So this is like next immediately right side you'll have the data of the field. If you don't want to keep it, you can put like label and below the data. Simplest way, if you go to Word document, XYZ, ABC, something, whatever the things is there, right? Right now it is there in the, you see here, left side. And if I keep it is center, now let's select this one, keep it in center. This is how it looks like. If I keep it right side, this is how it looks like. And if I put this center, okay, this is how the layout or the label alignment will be there when you select these options. Nothing more than that. And you can try and look and feel and try to understand how it looks like. That is the two things is available on the form layout for sections. Okay. Any questions so far? Shall I take it as no questions? Lalit, Yamni, Rafi.
సార్ ఇది ఏమన్నా
Speak in
ఇవే సార్
English.
ఏమన్నా sorry, if I get any errors, it will show like log file something, sir.
Form designing, you won't get any kind of errors, so for sure. So
Okay.
if you're like, mostly this is like a drag and drop, nothing is there here, just
No,
alignment.
in not forms, I'm asking about this one activity, and while this one publishing and doing something customization, at the time I'm getting that type of errors. So after that, I have to download this one log file, and I have to view the code or something. I have to write any code or something.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like if you see the topics which you are seeing here, everything inbuilt concept. So you will
Okay.
not see any kind of code in the background. It's like
Okay.
you'll get, if there is any error happened inbuilt, you'll be having certain specific error messages. You just Google that one with that error message, you'll find the solution why it is happening and how to fix that one. Okay,
Okay. Yes.
right. Now we have seen tabs, we have seen section properties as well. We'll talk about fields in the next class. Till that time, let's understand these buttons. We have seen save, save as, save and close, publish, change properties, remove. Okay. And we have seen navigation, body, headers. I'll come back to this one little bit later. There is a two things, control Z concept. Okay. You see undo, redo. Now I'm just dragging a field from here. Okay. So because this is logged and that's why it is not happening. Okay, I'm dragging here. Okay, by mistakenly I have done something, okay, which is changed something. Now I'll do undo. If I click on undo, which means that it is a control Z. Let's say redo. Okay, it's like go back to the last activity itself. Undo, redo. That is how these two buttons is going to work. Okay, right. And we will discuss about this one in the next class, which we can cover or which we can cover later. Now coming to here, there is a preview button, how this front end looks like. But remember, this is also deprecated because the palm alignment is not what you're seeing at the moment here. The alignment will be there like this. Now this is called old layout. Let's see how it looks like. Preview, create form. Come on. Anyway, let's see tomorrow, but this one, keep it aside. insert. You see, we have seen different sections. We'll come back here a referential panel. It's inbuilt functionality of something, let's say subgrid concept. We'll come back here, okay, and how the tabs can be added. Okay, these are the things which you need to understand. We'll come back the referential panel, so it will have a little bit uh, different functionality itself. Completely left side, right side, you'll be having a buttons as well. We'll talk about this. So this is how you can use these buttons for form alignment and tabs and section alignment. Okay, and we'll come back these things a little bit later. Okay, right. Things what we can cover for today. So we have created tabs, we have created a sections, and we have arranged the fields as well. Okay, so in the next class we will see what are the properties are there in the field level. Okay, this is very much important, and you can see formatting, details, and events, controls. Control will talk a little bit later. Okay, right. Right. So this is how the forms can be edited, modified, and uh, created. Okay. If you want to delete the form also, you can delete the a newly created form, not the which is already available. If you are trying to delete this one, so it will give you an error like it's a system form which you cannot delete. Okay. So that's the error is going to come. Let's leave it that, and which you have created a newly, that you can delete it, not a problem, and you can deactivate that one and activate it. So new forms will be there. And coming to enable security rules will be a different security module will be there. Once we understand the security module, again we'll come back to your form functionality and we'll try to enable and disable the security rule. Okay, and form order. So it's like if you have a multiple forms, so which one should come first and which one should come next, that you can arrange it. It's not a big thing. And more actions. So we'll see what are the more actions is there in another class. Okay, so we'll continue this topic in the next class. Thank you. Let me stop.